Hello, and welcome to the SpiraTeam demo. Today, we're going to be learning about how you use SpiraTeam or SpiraTest to run a test set. In previous videos, you've learned how you can create test cases and add them to test sets for testing. In this video, we'll assume that we've already created the test case of the test set using the testing tab, and now we're going to run a test set and log some results. So I would have received as a user the email letting me know I've been assigned the test set. When I log in and come to my page, if I scroll down, I will see under the My Assigned Test Set section all the test sets that are assigned to me. I could also subscribe to it using my RSS feed option as well. There's my new demo test set that we've assigned. It's due today. And I'm going to click on the Execute button to execute it. So you click on the Execute link, it's going to start creating the test runs, and it's going to begin the business testing. Now notice on the very first screen that comes up, it's going to show me the release, and it's going to show me the build if it's turned on, and the custom properties. Now in the test set, we've already specified the release, so it's chosen for me. If I had not chosen that in the test set, or if I was just running a test case directly, I would be able to choose that. If you have a SpiraTeam connected to a build server such as Jenkins or Hudson, you'll also be able to choose a build number. If not, don't worry about it. Under that, you will have various custom fields. Depending on which fields were set in the test set, some of them may be selectable, some may be read-only. For example, operating system was already specified by my test manager to be Windows 8. Web browser, I can choose, so I'm going to choose Internet Explorer, and in my notes field, I can add additional information. Now, these fields are custom properties, so each project can have different custom fields, and you would set these up to match the business process you have in your company. Once you've entered this high-level information, you can click the Next button. The system will now walk you through the test cases step by step. In the left-hand navigation, I can view my test cases and test steps and the tree structure. So first of all, I'm being asked to open up the browser and enter in this URL. We're going to pretend we're doing that rather than having a separate browser session open. So let's pretend we've opened up that browser and login page should have appeared. And let's pretend that happened. We'll hit the pass button. We've now moved on to the next step, step 2. We should now be taken to the main screen of the application. Well, let's pretend that happened as well. We're going to log in with librarian and password 1. Let's pretend that works, so we'll hit the pass button. Step 3. We should click on a link to create a book, and we should be taken to the first screen of the wizard. So let's pretend that didn't work correctly. We'll get an error message. So we'll add in the actual result. Enable to get it. So we've added some information as to what happened. Next, what we can do is add an attachment if we want to provide more information. So let's add a screenshot. To do that, we hit the Add New option, and it's going to bring up the dialog box adding an attachment. We can either upload a file attachment, and that could be used if this was an error trace or an event log message, or some other file we want to upload that would better explain the issue we ran into. If it was simply a web link, maybe there's some external place we could put a file, or a screen capture or screencast, we could use URL. Or if we're going to use the SpiraTeam built-in screenshot capture tool, we choose that one. And that brings up this little place. All you do is capture the screen image into the clipboard using the function and print screen button that comes with the computer. Then hit the paste image link. That's going to paste in the image. You can enter an optional description if you want. Then depending on your project and what's been set up, you can then choose the document type and the document folder. What do we have? Let's have a look. We could do screen captures maybe. There we go. And we can add meta tags as well. So I have a message. Hit upload. That's uploading the screen capture, which is right there. And now it's been captured, we can then decide whether we want to log a defect or not. What we will do is we'll scroll down and we can see all the lists of defects that have already been logged against this test step. If you hover the mouse over, you'll notice it's going to show you the name and description of the defect, which we call an incident, and it's going to show you in italics any of the actions that have been taken on it. So right now, we can see that there's been a bug with a 500 error that's been fixed in patch 12. So in a real situation, we probably wouldn't want to log a new incident because one has already been logged and been resolved. In which case, we would just hit the fail button to fail the step, and that will be it. However, for the purpose of this demo today, I am going to log a defect, even though I know that probably is a duplicate. So to do that, you just choose the name of the defect. So bug on book list screen. The descriptions of the incident will be pre-populated with the test results, so we haven't got to enter that. We then choose the type of the incident, bug, the priority, and the severity. And at that point, we can now hit the fail button. When we hit the fail button, it's going to fail the first test case. The whole test case has failed. It's logged a defect, and it moves us on to the next test step in the next test set, in the next test case in the set. So now we'll go to the next test case and continue entering results. If we wanted to, we could hit the pause button, which I'm going to do right now, and that will take me back to the My page. That way I can go to a meeting or do some other activity, and then when I'm ready to carry on testing, that's easy enough to do, I can hit the resume button under My pending test runs, hit the resume button, and now it's going to take me back into the test set, into the test case, and I can now carry on where I left off. So for the next test step, let's pretend that because that first one failed, I'm not able to execute anything in this test set. So let me do that. To do that, I simply enter in the blocked function, and that is an exception type that tells the test manager that I was not able to run the test. It's not the same as a failure. A failure means I could run the test, but it failed, whereas block means I couldn't even get to run the test case in this set because something else prevented it. And for that, I don't need to log a defect. So I'm just going to hit the finish button. Oh, sorry, I need to hit the block button and then hit the finish button. You'll notice now that the first test has failed, second is blocked. Hit the finish button, and now I'm done. When I go back into the test sets page, you'll notice that we now have a result for our demo test set with one failure and one blocked. If I click onto that link, that will show me the two test cases in the set. One is failed, one is blocked. If I click on the Test Runs tab, you'll notice they also show the individual runs. When I click on a run, let's choose the failed run. That will show me the details of what actually happened. This is a permanent record. And that's going to show me each of my test steps. Step 1, the pass. Step 2, the pass. Step 3, that failed with my server error. All the links take me to the test case in the step. I can then click on the View Incidents link, and that will show me the list of bugs that were logged. And this is the one incident that was logged. And if I click on that, it will take me into the bug tracking section of the application, and it will show me the defect with the name, the description, it's pre-populated, together with any other information. Also in the Associations tab, it will include a link back to the test run, which we've already seen, and it will give me links back to the original source requirements that this test case was derived from. Lastly, if I go into the Attachments tab, I will also see the screenshot I just logged, and that's available to view. Like that. And that concludes this demonstration. In another video on our website, you will be able to learn more about the bug management processes of SpiraTeam, and then how you can log bugs outside of testing, and how you can manage the flow of bugs, improve them, and move them through the workflow. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.